When I was 12 years old, I remember my mom coming home one day and telling me that my grandfather had fallen and fractured his hip. Well, the grandfather that I knew grew up in his recliner, drinking Manhattans, smoking his cigars, and that all started from what I've learned after retirement age. In his heyday, my grandfather was a strong man, the father of 9 children, and a firefighter. So he was running into buildings, saving people's lives. Now, what I met Grandpa Paul as was somebody who just liked to sit and relax and watch the Mets, the Jets, and the Nets. However, what everybody else knew him as was not what I knew. Now, unfortunately, what I call this is recliner syndrome. As somebody hits retirement age, they just like to sit back and relax. But what you need to remember is how important it is to continue to move. If we look at statistics, 1 in 4 individuals over the age of 65 report falling every year. Believe it or not, 37% of those falls that occur in this population result in some type of injury requiring hospitalization. Now, the other kicker that we need to talk about is how much money is spent on falls per year. When we look at it, $51 billion are spent annually on older adults falling, and this is something that needs to change. If you didn't know, we write a lot of blogs around here, and also we have other videos, so make sure you hit the subscribe button or even go check out our website to do a little more reading. However, before I go any farther, I want to share this quote from a coworker of mine about the thoughts of aging and movement. While many conventional notions tell us to move less and take it easy as we get older, we really need to do the opposite. Our musculoskeletal system requires consistent movement to maintain proper health and function. When we stop moving, we lose capacity. Why is it that people stop moving? A lot of it is just a simple thought process. I've worked my whole life, now it's time to take it easy. We want you to remember that it is extremely important to continue to move, especially after you retire, to basically keep the ability to have a good quality of life, to play with the grandkids, to travel, and to do the things that you want to do. Now, unfortunately, as individuals age, there are things that are termed old person's diseases, correct? So have you heard of osteopenia, or have you heard of osteoporosis, sarcopenia, muscle wasting, deconditioning, and fall risk? Those are all things that affect elderly individuals on a daily basis. And a lot of individuals may not ever find out that they have any of these conditions until they fall or go to the hospital. When we talk about continuation of movement, one of the biggest reasons that we stress the importance of strength training, resistance training, and just basic activity on a daily basis for the elderly individual is to prevent falls. Now, what a lot of individuals forget is how important it is to continue to move to help decrease your risk of falling and to continue to improve your balance. A lot of people don't remember or don't think that as you get older, you can get stronger. Or they don't necessarily know that when you do experience something like osteoporosis, you can help prevent further bone loss by doing activity. So let's talk about those things just a little bit more in the next section of this video. So how do you keep yourself from eventually being categorized into these old person's diseases? Well, the big thing is that really you need to be doing some type of resistance training 2 to 3 times a week. That means doing things and exercises that you don't normally do on a daily basis. We can all go out on a walk and we can all hop on the treadmill or we can all hop on a bicycle. But the one thing that most people will not do is pick up any sort of weight or do any type of exercise such as a squat or a deadlift that they're unfamiliar with. If we look at statistics, a lot of people are affected by things such as sarcopenia, especially over the age of 60. When we look at osteoporosis, 13% of the entire population, that's men and women, will experience the diagnosis of osteoporosis over the age of 65. And that number only increases as an individual gets older. Now, what we've actually found is that adding in some type of resistance training, especially throughout your lifespan, significantly decreases your risk for things such as muscle wasting, age-related muscle wasting, which is sarcopenia, and bone loss, which is osteoporosis. Osteopenia is also something that gets thrown out there very often, and that is the precursor or the beginning signs that you may experience osteoporosis later in life. One thing that sometimes we recommend to easily take care of this is start walking or start doing general daily tasks, whether it be a sit to stand out of a chair, or whether it be just some gentle walking activity, or even your daily activities with a weighted vest on. Believe it or not, doing activity with 4 to 10% of your body weight in a weighted vest will help significantly decrease your risk for osteoporosis. Or what it also helps you do is it helps you prevent any further bone loss when you have developed osteoporosis. So think about those things just a little bit more. Staying strong as you age doesn't only mean a better quality of life, but it will also help you decrease your risk of injuries and falls as you get older. As somebody ages, it's normal for muscle mass to disappear unless you're doing external tasks to help you maintain it. Believe it or not, above the age of 70, you will lose 3% of your muscle mass per year, especially if you're sedentary and not moving. We need to remember movement throughout the lifespan is extremely important. And if you stop moving, you're going to lose your capacity to be able to do the things that you want to do. This is often why we see older individuals categorized into a general deconditioning category or a fall risk category, simply because they've stopped moving and they've stopped practicing things that are difficult for them to do. If you don't necessarily know where to start in a strength training or resistance training program, make sure you reach out to your physician or your local physical therapist, or even find a personal trainer to help you on your journey. The biggest thing that we remind you is that movement is medicine, and it is key to continue to living a healthy life as you get older. Now, guys, I have a question for you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying our content. This is all I have for today. I'm wrapping up here. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to post them in the comments section below, and I'll be back soon with more information.